Well, the Accountability Lab acts as an incubator for creative tools for accountability. So what we're doing is identifying what we call accountpreneurs, or people with creative entrepreneurial approaches to accountability, and identifying them on the ground and then helping them catalyse and develop their ideas to make them sustainable and useful over time. I wanted to try and create an organisation that could help them do that, that was really driven by the people who suffer from these issues, not by external funding and not by external imperatives in the way that I think the aid system tends to be. And that means beginning with listening, actually, just talking to people and saying, what are your problems? Tell us what it is that's important to you, and then let's see if we can help you do that in a very objective, equal way, not with us coming in with lots of money and helping do lots of projects, but as an equal partnership. I'd like to tell you about a project in Liberia called The Daily Talk. It's run by an accountpreneur that we found called Alfred Sirleaf, and he's a citizen journalist. The work broadly in Liberia has been over a year of building trust on the ground and building relationships and trying to understand who is doing good work and why, what the motivations are, and what they're really trying to achieve and how it fits with the idea of accountability and transparency. So I'd heard about Alfred through talking to people, went to see him, built a relationship with him over the course of 6 or 7 months before we got to the point where he both trusted us to work with him, and we felt that this was something that we could take forward. We've helped to connect him with small amounts of money, but I think actually the financial resources are often the least valuable resources that we can bring, and the lab focuses more on management, training, networking, coordinating with other stakeholders that might be interested in this kind of thing, in this instance the Ministry of Information. We've developed a whole set of training modules on accountability and citizenship and personal responsibility, and have some very good staff on the ground in Liberia, which also took me a while to bring together to make that team work, for example, with helping Alfred in this case understand that he could do more with the basis that he built with the Daily Talk, that this is actually a great way to engage people in citizenship and in understanding their rights and responsibilities as citizens. We've also given him training on management issues, on strategy issues. How do you build a project like this in a way that can make it sustainable, on financing, on that kind of thing. Also brought him into what we call accountability collectives, which are monthly meetings of good people working on accountability projects in Liberia. We have Alfred and everyone else talking about what they've achieved in the last month in a way that updates us, and we can take notes from that, but also allows them to see where the synergies lie and brainstorm on new ideas and collectively think about how they can change things in positive ways. I think taking time is always really important. I mentioned that we did try our best to really build relationships over time, but I think often we're in far too much of a hurry with some of the projects that we try to do, and there's a real emphasis on short-term tangible results rather than longer-term changing of mindsets and thinking in a way that might actually be more sustainable. And part of what we're trying to do at the lab is really try and find a way to, over time, change the sense of personal responsibility and move the question from not what do we need, but what can we do to help people take personal agency and push for the change that they want to see, rather than waiting for someone else to do it or expecting external donors to do it for them, because frankly I don't think that works. It's not something that Western countries could be doing or should be doing, and it has to be a Liberian-led process if it wants to be sustainable over time.